say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the channel Home Park Medical Services. I am in the person of Semanu Adoboy, medical practitioner and caregiver at Home Park Medical Services. Today we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic, which is setting up your medical ID. Now, it is often said that most smartphone users, particularly iPhone users, cannot keep their phones in their pocket. They are always showing it off or brandishing it around, perhaps just to show everybody that they are using the latest iPhone. But for whatever actual reason that they do it, that is a tale beyond me. The key thing that we are interested in about the phone is a key feature, which is the medical ID that can help save your life in case of an emergency. If you've never seen it before, or heard of it before, then this is a video for you. Stay tuned. Let me paint this picture for you. You leave home, you are fine, everything feels good. Your phone battery is full, life is normal. Then out of nowhere, something happens. Perhaps you might be on the road to work, or at the gym, or at church, or any other place that you could think of. Your body fails you before you can explain anything. People rush to help you, and somebody kneels by you and asks a question. What is your name? You are not able to speak in that time frame. Who should we call? There is no response from you. Do you have any allergies? You still can't speak. At this point, you get a fair idea of where we are headed. But right there in your pocket is a device that knows everything about you, except how to say it. Because you have not set up your medical ID, your smartphone is just lying there looking all expensive and very unhelpful. This is the kind of moment that the medical ID was built for. Because when you cannot speak, your phone must speak for you. Now let's be honest, emergencies are not polite. They have no respect for your plans. They don't wait for the weekend. They don't ask if you are ready. They just show up and ruin all your schedule or plans. In that moment, seconds matter, and confusion kills time, and the loss of time costs lives. Now, your medical ID removes all that confusion. With one swipe on your locked iPhone, a stranger can know your name, your emergency contact, your allergies or things you're allergic to, and even your blood type. No passwords or face IDs, just information, clear, calm, and life-saving. Now, let's talk about allergies, because this is where drama becomes reality. If you are allergic to a drug and no one knows about it, help can become harm. Your medical ID can come in and say, no, stop, not this drug, get an alternative. That small line of text on your medical ID can be the difference between recovery and regret. And parents, listen and listen carefully. Your child may panic in an emergency. They may forget your number. They may not carry their ID card, but they always carry their iPhone. The medical ID feature on the phone becomes a silent guardian, working even when your child cannot speak. Now let's be realistic here. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people say, oh, it can't happen to me. But mind you, no one who has ever collapsed woke up in the morning and planned to do so. It always just sneaks up on you. Now look at it this way. You don't wear a seatbelt because you expect an accident. You wear it because you respect reality. Medical ID is the seatbelt for your life. And here is the irony, the painful irony. We spend hours customizing wallpapers, ringtones, and social media vibes, and unfortunately neglect the one section that can save us in case of an emergency. Just 2 minutes. That is all it takes. It takes just 2 minutes to set up your emergency contacts, your allergies, your medical history, and even to set up your blood type in the application. Just 2 minutes to prepare for a moment we all pray should never come, but we need to be prepared. Now, you listening to me, yes, you listening to me, take up some time, set up your medical ID. Make it a point to do it before you go to bed today. Help your parents do it. Help your children do it. Help a friend do it. Because one day, when words fail, when strength fails, and when time is running out, your phone might be the loudest voice you have. Therefore, set it up today. Thank you. Hello everyone. We are proceeding with the setting up of the medical ID. So like I mentioned earlier, if you want to set it up, you first unlock your iPhone, get to the screen which displays your applications, and then you tap on the health app, right? Now, once that loads up, you see a lot of options all the way down. So you scroll down to the section which says get more from health, right? So you see a few options under it. We have set up medical ID, blood pressure logs, set up medications, and then headphone notifications. So in this case, we are working with the setup medical ID. So you click on get started. The name is Jane Doe. So Jane Doe was born on the 3rd of November 1996, right? So 3rd November, so that's a Sunday born right there. Then we have add primary language. So Jane Doe speaks English. If you speak Akan, you can input Akan. If you speak Ewe, you can input Ewe. So there is English, Akan, Ewe, right? So let's see, for the purposes of this example, let's just use Ghanaian language. So let's just use Ewe, for instance. So Jane Doe speaks Ewe. This is whether or not Jane Doe has done any organ donations before, and the answer is no. Jane Doe has not donated any organs before. So that gives us a fair overview of Jane Doe's profile, right? Now when you look down here, there are a lot of other options to customize. So we'll go into it, we'll add pregnancy details, assuming Jane Doe is currently pregnant, right? Let's assume Jane Doe's due date is on July 7th, right? 2026. And then we save that. So that puts Jane Doe's pregnancy at 19 weeks and 6 days, as you can see. Then we add medications. So this is where we add medications that Jane Doe is currently on. So let's assume these are the medications Jane Doe is currently taking. So you tap on the correct button at the top there, and then it saves. So you can see the medications here. Then we come to allergies. So this is where you are going to input all the allergies, anything you're allergic to, be it medication, be it food, be it pet, fur or hair, pollen grains, all of that. This is where you put it. So let's say Jane Doe is allergic to dust, smoke, a medicine called Cipro. So tab ciprofloxacin. Aside these three, let's assume Jane Doe is also allergic to peanuts. So she has a peanut allergy. In my setting here, we call it groundnut. So yeah, that's it. Then we move on to the very next part, which is emergency contacts. Very important, right? Very important. Emergency contact. So let's say for the purposes of this video, my mom is recorded ambulance 1. My dad is recorded ambulance 2, for instance. So ambulance 1, we add it. Let's say that is mother. And then ambulance 2. But when you are doing yours, you would obviously have to input your real people who will be available to, make decisions on your behalf, either your mom or dad or a cousin or a brother, right, or a sister. So we have 2 emergency contacts. Then we have conditions that Jane Doe has, right? So let's assume Jane Doe is asthmatic. So this is where you put that, asthmatic. And then she's hypertensive from the medications we entered up earlier. And then she's diabetic as well, right? So let's assume these are her conditions. Then we move on to the very next part, which is additional information. So this is where you come and input Jane Doe's weight, height, weight, and all the others. So let's say Jane Doe's height is 173 cm. If you don't have your height, you can look on your ID card. That's your Ghana card if you are in Ghana or in the ECOWAS region. You can get that from there. And then for her weight, let's say she's 70 kilograms. Let's say her blood type is O positive, for instance, right? So then we save that. So that shows up here. And then any additional notes that you may want to add, right? So any add-ons that you may want to add. So like I mentioned in one of my videos, in certain advanced countries, there is something we call an advance directive. You understand? And this is a legal order binding anyone who comes or encounters an individual who is involved in an emergency not to act to save them. Do you understand? There are certain groups of people who have made peace with the fact that they've lived well, they are okay, and they are ready to meet their maker. So in case of any natural events going on which would lead to their demise, they are comfortable with the fact that they don't want anyone to interfere in that process. Therefore, we call it an advance directive, which is a legally binding thing. So let's say any additional note. So we have D and R, which is do not resuscitate, right? So if there are any other things that you might want to add to this, then you do so, and then that is it. So once we are done with that, you see that the setup medical ID has left the get more from health section of the health app, right? So now one will ask, how do you then assess it now, or how does a third party or an emergency caregiver assess that? So this is where we'll close this. So this is where we'll close this, and then in order to assess it or see how it is, you would have to lock your phone first of all, and then you push the power button and then the top volume button at the same time. So that will bring the sliding power off screen, right? So you do that, and then that will take us to that side. So when you look at it, you can see here slide power of medical ID and SOS emergency calls, right? So the middle one is the medical ID. So once you slide it, you'll be able to have access to all the information, even if the phone is locked, right? So these are all the medications we entered. So you can see Jane Doe, 29-year-old. She speaks Ewe. She has not donated an organ before. She's pregnant, 19 weeks and 6 days. These are the medications she's currently on. She's allergic to dust, smoke, and then a medication called tab ciprofloxacin. And she's also allergic to peanut butter, which is a very common allergy a lot of people have, right? In our setting here, we call it granite. So the emergency contacts have been inputted there. So for mother, we have, in my case here, ambulance 1 for the purposes of this example. Then for father, I did 2 mother contacts instead. All right. So anyway, you can do that for father, uncle, cousin, even friends, right? And then we have conditions. So these are the conditions she currently has: asthma, hypertension, and then diabetes, right? Then we have her additional information, which is her height, weight, and blood type, right? And then we have additional notes, which is the DNR, which is an advance directive or do not resuscitate order. And the additional notes too, there are other things that you might want to add, which you feel might be helpful to emergency healthcare providers, right? So for instance, you can add something like an address in case they try to contact all these people in your emergency contacts and they don't get them, right? And then you can possibly add maybe where you work, so they'll try and reach out to those places and see if they can get another contact person. So all in all, these are the few details under the medical ID and how to set it up. Then one thing to remember for the youth watching this, I know most often we like to use our nicknames and other things in some of these things, but this is not where you use your nickname. This is where you throw in your government name, right? So the name on your legal ID cards or on your legal documents, or preferably on your health insurance card, right? So this is where you'd use that name and not your nickname. So all in all, this is a brief summary of how to create the medical ID. I hope you all are able to follow the process and see how easy or simple it is. Now, because I was talking and then doing it, it took longer than the 2 minutes that I mentioned early on. But if you are focused and just doing it straightforward and keying in the details, it doesn't take longer than 2 minutes. So here you have it. This is how you set it up. Make it a point to set up your medical ID today, as it might be the only voice speaking for you when you find yourself in an emergency. Thank you. Like, share, and comment on this video, and then make sure others also have access to it to watch, as it might save a life one day. Thank you.